the Hawariyeen, the disciples, they said, okay, we are the helpers of Allah. We are present. Labbaik. We accept your call. Now what happened? فَآمَنَتْ طَائِفَةٌ مِّن بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ وَكَفَرَتْ طَائِفَةٌ. A portion of Bani Israel came to believe in Jesus, in Masih. And a part denied, refused. They were divided. Only a few. They say 72 was the total number. And 12 of them were the close associates who remained with him all the time. Wherever he went, going to Galilee, going to the Mount of Zaytun, wherever he went, these 12 were with him. They were his permanent companions, Hawariyeen. But there were more who accepted him, responded positively to his call. We can't say with surety what was the number. But the main bulk of the Jews, the Bani Israel, they said, no, it's all kufr. He is murtad. He must be executed. He must be crucified. And they succeeded in it as far as they thought. It's a second story, different story, what Allah did. Allah lifted him up to the heavens alive. He was a messenger of Allah. He couldn't be killed. كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَأَغْلِبَنَّ أَنَا وَرُسُلِي. Allah has decided, decreed, that I and my messengers will triumph. So no Rasul can be killed. Nabi can be killed, not Rasul. Anyhow, this is another discussion. But what happened? After some time, for some time, these disciples, Hawariyeen, then they made dawah after Hazrat Masih was lifted to heaven, raised to heaven. Then they actually, no doubt, the hard work and sacrifices that they did, they are exemplary. The result was that in some time, to begin with, the Jews thought that we are successful, we succeeded, we crucified Jesus. Inna qatalna Masih ibn Maryam. We have killed him. But not very late, the tables were turned. When, many people accepted this faith of Christianity, then the Jews were persecuted. At the hands of first of all, the pagan Romans persecuted them. In the year 70, Titus, the Roman general, he killed 133,000 Jews in one day in Jerusalem and turned them out, go away from him. And from that time till 1948, or you may say 1917, this was the period of diaspora, and diaspora is continuing till that time that all the Jews gather in Israel. This is their period of diaspora. No home. Roaming in the world. Scattered in the world. Persecuted. Hated everywhere. Everywhere where they go, wherever they went, they were hated. Although through usury, through their intrigues, they could gather wealth. But nowhere could they get any honor or respect. Except this country of yours. This is the only example, solitary exception. They are controlling it. These things have changed, temporarily. As I spoke last year, the turmoil of the Muslim Ummah, what is to come is absolutely different. But before the stage comes, the persecution of the Muslims, especially the Arabs, at the hands of the Jews, is going to worsen and deepen. Very soon they are going to demolish Masjid al-Aqsa and rebuild their temple, which is lying down, razed to the ground from year 70. 1924 years have passed that their Kaaba is razed to the ground. The temple of Solomon is to the Jews just as the Kaaba is to us. فَأَيَّدْنَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا عَلَىٰ عَدُوِّهِمْ فَأَصْبَحُوا ظَاهِرِينَ. But then we helped those who believed in Jesus against those who made kufr with Jesus, and they became dominant. And today, even if the Jews have any respect or honor, it is due to the Christian support, patronage of the Christians, not independently.